The effects of LSD. What is LSD and what does it look like? LSD, aka acid, is a psychedelic drug best known for its altering effects on thought, emotion, and sensory perception. It goes by the names of blotter acid, dots, mellow yellow, or window panes, along with several other nicknames varying from place to place. It is commonly sold on pieces of blotter paper, which are used to absorb the liquid form of the drug. Consumers then put the pieces of paper on their tongue to extract the liquid from the drug. Though it is most commonly sold on blotter paper, it can also be sold in pill form, as a liquid solution, or as gelatin squares. What does LSD do to your brain? How does it work? LSD interacts with a neurotransmitter called serotonin. Serotonin controls both neurological processes, such as memory and mood, as well as biological processes related to appetite, sleep, and thermoregulation, which is the ability to maintain normal body temperature. Serotonin communicates with other brain cells through G protein and B-arrestin pathways. LSD interferes by only triggering the B-arrestin pathway, which hinders communication between the pathways and overall their communication with serotonin, which causes a variety of problems with controlling both mind and body appropriately. The attachment of LSD molecules to serotonin receptors makes it so that the effects of LSD last longer, beginning from 20 to 90 minutes after consumption and lasting up to 12 hours. Short-term effects. LSD has a variety of different effects depending on which users you ask. For some people, LSD may uplift their mood, and for others, it may bring them down. Some common initial side effects of LSD are sudden variations in mood, paranoia, impulsiveness, hallucinations, synesthesia, which is mixing up of senses, increased blood pressure, heart rate and body temperature, weakness, tremors, and skewed sense of self. LSD may also lead to acute forms of depression and anxiety after initial effects subside. Flashbacks are also a common short-term effect associated with LSD usage. During these flashbacks, users experience recurrences of effects associated with past LSD trips, which usually bring about pleasant feelings. Long-term effects. While flashbacks are most times short-term, in rare cases, they can become HPPD or hallucinogen persisting perception disorder. Symptoms of the disorder include frequent distorted visual and auditory disturbances. For people who are at predisposition to psychosis, LSD usage can trigger drug-induced psychosis. For individuals who are already taking prescription psychiatric medications, LSD usage could trigger serotonin syndrome. Symptoms of serotonin syndrome include restlessness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, irregular heartbeat, fever, hallucinations, seizures, loss of coordination, agitation, and issues controlling blood pressure. Though LSD usage has been linked to these conditions, the verdict is still out on how LSD works in the brain and how it will affect people long-term. The truth on LSD. The truth about LSD is that it is not much known about it. Scientists and physicians are still working to understand it completely. It is still not known why exactly it causes symptoms like hallucinations or affects certain people short-term and others long-term. The science is inconclusive about how it may affect users in their later life. The unpredictability is what makes using acid that much more dangerous. Thank you for listening to my presentation.